Clutch Trucker filmed before live and getting fuzzier by the day studio audience. That is Rusty, the world famous meatball dog. Let me just start off by saying this was not the video I planned on doing today. I planned to do one about a seat cover and involving Rusty, but then XPO happened to me. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here.
Turn left on Dallas Street, then take the first left.
Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker channel. Alright, vacation's over. Going down here to pick up my trailer. It's at an XPO. Gee, thanks for sticking out there so much there, buddy. In Henderson, Colorado. So we gotta run in here and pick up the trailer. I gotta pick up a load tomorrow in Greeley. I know since I dropped off the trailer last weekend, I know they're completely shut down.
Turn left, then take the third right.
Over the weekend, so I wanted to make sure I can get in and get my trailer today. And I'll go up and park as close as I can to my pickup for tomorrow in Greeley. Well, tried checking in at the guard shack I checked in at last
1/4 mile. Arrive at 9801 Dallas Street on the left.
Garmin, sometimes you get a little too annoying. Anyway, nobody there. It says go check in at door 84. Well, I'm not here to pick up anything other than my trailer, so I'm just gonna go see if I can find it, hook on up to it, and get the heck on out of here.
Arriving at 9801 Dallas Street on the left.
The guy in the guard shack last week told me generally after they're unloaded, they put them over here.
Please drive to highlighted route.
Towards the gravel. So we'll see if we see my trailer. And hopefully they didn't damage it. Aha, there it is, Turquoise Trucking. Well, we'll get lined up. Back on up to her. Well, XPO left the landing gear on a hump, so the trailer was too high when I tried to back into it initially. So I cranked the legs down a little bit. I walked around just to look in the back to see what kind of shape they left it in. It's filthy. They broke something that they had shipped in there that was glass. So there's broken glass all over inside of my trailer. Thanks, XPO. Freaking ass wipes. Oh no, and that's not all. No, on further inspection, I get to see that they busted my glad hand on the trailer. So I couldn't connect my glad hand from the end of my blue service brake line to the trailer because they busted a piece off on the glad hand that was on the trailer. Thanks a lot, XPO. Didn't let me know about it. Nothing. Assholes. Yep. So XPO broke my glad hand on the trailer. The one that is mounted on the trailer. They busted off this piece right here. Just broke it right off. Granted, it's older and stuff, but, acknowledge that. Don't just leave it there like, oh, we don't know what happened. Oh. I didn't even bother to fight them on it because I know they're going to say, well, you can't prove it. Yeah, there's no way I could prove it. It's not a lot of money. It's just, it would
Navigate on road, then turn right.
Oh, Garmin, hush. Just easier for me to try to fix it myself. So I got one that'll attach onto the trailer. Airline goes in right there. This mounts flush onto the trailer wall. And then you have your glad hand so you can feed air. This is the blue line, so it's the service brakes. So I figured if I'm buying a new one of these, I want a new one of these, which comes off the top of the airline to connect to this. So we might as well have both brand new parts. And when you put them together, you do it like, well, let's see, I've got to think about this. Yeah, you would do it like, I have to think this through. Yeah, there you go. Put them like that, and then you force them together, and it's hard to do them when they're not attached to anything, but let's see. Well, at any rate, they go together like that, so that you have service brakes on the trailer. This is the airline coming from the truck. This is going to be the one attached on the trailer. So now I'm going to go outside and pull out the tools and see how hard it is to pull the busted one, thanks XPO, off of the trailer. Alright, I had to wrap a bungee around it just to hold it in place on there. I couldn't find the same type of glad hand one. It looks like it's got like a little breather, or I don't know, I guess if you hit your brakes too hard on that, you can release air. I couldn't find this type of glad hand for the trailer. I can only find this type, which has got the solid end as opposed to this type of end on that side. So we'll just see if we can do this first. The trick is, can we get this one off of here? So got my small toolbox first. We'll see if that'll be enough. I might have what I need in there. We'll just check it out. Okay, you can see there's two bolts holding it on there. And of course there's some caulk around it. First I'll just see if I can get those bolts undone. Went ahead and released the trailer brakes, emergency brakes, so I can take the red side off just to get it out of the way, really, more than anything else. And I can take the plug off for the electric, again, just to get things out of the way so I have better access to that one. I had to replace this one before, and you see I had to put it on sideways because I could not get the airline to go back in over those bolts and get this thing in place. So it might be the same kind of situation on this one. I was able to find the right size using my little stubby ratchet that I bought on my little shopping spree with Petro points a few months back. Got both bolts off. Now, since it's got caulk all the way around it, I have to try to cut some of that off. Okay, got it off of there. You can see where the blue airline connects on the back side. Now we got to try to undo that and make sure the blue line doesn't fall back into that hole. Here's a little trick I use. By clamping that vice grip on there back on the line, it can't fall back into the hole. Okay, I've now attached another vice grip. See, on the square part leading right into the back side of the glad hand. So that way I can hold that steady while I try to turn this and get it off of there without disturbing the other fitting behind it. Alright, so there's the old one. Got it off of there. You see, it's a little bit different type. It's got a membrane back there on the back. So I'm hoping this will work just fine with just a Joe Basic one without the membrane on the back. Now we're going to try to get this attached onto right there, and hopefully we can get it at such an angle that we can use the same bolts and put it back in the same place. Of course, here's where we need our thread tape, so we'll get a nice good seal. Alright, I got that back on there nice and tight. Now we'll see if we can get the airline to go in and for it to fit back over the bolts, which I wasn't able to do when I tried to fix this one. But looks like we got it. Alright, hopefully I have some caulk to finish this off. Okay, now that I've verified I'm going to be able to get it in the exact same position, I'm going to pull it back off of there and clean all around that so I can add some caulk and it'll stick. This caulk doesn't like to stick to dirt. See, look at all the crap I had to pull out just to do this, I tell you. Now I got my wipes and my paper towels so we can clean this up, baby. You clean that up and you see how dirty the front of my trailer is. Look at this. Yeah, it's pretty dirty. Sides are pretty clean. I had that truck and trailer wash not too long ago, but it doesn't really wash the front of the trailer. I'd have to go to a Blue Beacon or an Eagle and pay more to get this done better, which I will do again sometime soon. But we're just trying to fix this, baby. I smartly saved the two nuts I needed to use right down here in front of where I was working. So we'll those back on there. And then we'll tighten them down, and then we'll caulk all around this. And that, of course, is CALK, not COCK. We don't want to get an indecent exposure out here. And besides, you don't want to be in front of a judge for caulking a trailer. Alright, just put the handy dandy mini ratchet set back on there and tighten away. Get that almost tightened down, then we'll do the other one. And I didn't show it, but I did use my handy little blade here that I also got on my little mini shopping spree and my little mini toolbox to cut that caulk off of the other one. Yeah, I did have to grab my big crescent wrench and my other vice grips from my tool bag on the other side. I'll show you that. This is my big tool bag that I keep in my passenger side box. And back up, you can see where that is. And this is where I keep most of my tools. I keep little screw box sets. This is a great bag. It's also from Duluth Trading Company. I'm a big fan of Duluth. Great handy dandy tool bag. I even got my blower. I had to use this to clean out my trailer earlier today. Got my torch down in there. A whole bunch of other stuff. So I use my Duluth Trading Company tool bag a lot. See, I love all these little side pockets it has to stick various things outside, and you have some deeper ones inside. Really a handy tool bag. And of course, like everything from Duluth Trading Company, it's got a bottle opener on it. That just cracks me up. So you can have your beer after you're done with your work. And because I carry a little bit of everything in this little box here on my driver's side bin, I had to take all these straps out just to get to that box, but look, I have some caulk. That's right, Clutch Trucker has caulk. Use the handy dandy folding blade knife again to cut the end off of the caulk so we can put our caulk around the glad hand. Caulk in hands. Alright, put my lid back on my caulk, because we don't want my caulk getting all over the place. Alright, it's not the prettiest of jobs, but it gets the job done. So there you go. Now we'll swap out the glad hand, because it's an old one, on the end of this airline coming from the truck. So we'll wrench that thing off. Here's another little trick I use if I got to change out the glad hand at the end of my airline. I use my step here, stick my glad hand over that, so that'll hold it in place. But I can get my wrench right down there where it needs to go, and then wrench that off of there. Alright, got some fresh pipe tape on that one there, so we can put our new glad hand on the end of that airline, so we'll have a new glad hand to meet the new glad hand on the trailer. Alright, so yeah, we're just screwing that on there with the new pipe tape on, and I'll tighten it down as best I can by hand, and then we'll get the wrench back out and finish her off. And again, I'm using the same trick of just sticking the glad hand onto the step, getting the wrench up under there, and tightening it. Alright, so I've already connected my red airline back up, the power line for the trailer, ABS, lights on the trailer, and everything else. And now we take our new glad hand on the handle and our new glad hand right there, and we just mate them together and sling down and locked in place. So isn't that handy? So there you go. Brand new, all done. Like I say, don't pay a shop to do this for you, drivers. It's too easy. It took a total of, maybe a little over a half hour with me pulling tools out and everything. You know, you don't see everything on the video, but not that long. You just get a little ugly and sweaty doing it. It's still like 83 degrees out here in Colorado. I'm at the, you can see the building, oh no, behind me. There you go. The Johnson's Corner, Petro. But able to get the job done, so I don't have to waste time waiting at a shop tomorrow for them to do it and then paying them a few $100 to do what I just freaking did. Yeah, I think $29 for this one. It came off of the trailer, and that one was $10 from Sapp Brothers. Of course, TA didn't have both, but now we're all repaired. So $38, and a little sweat, and using the tools, and we got it done. So I just want to point this out looking at both of them. I did this flat hand from the handle and the one from the trailer about a year and a half, maybe close to 2 years ago. And this is the one I just did. Look how pretty and shiny. You look at it compared to this one. That's what a year and a half out here on the road will do to these things. Makes them, it takes away all the shine and everything, but there you go. How about that? Job done. Well, after I got all those repairs done and everything's working fine, I double checked and made sure that my trailer brakes only worked, which means I did everything right, which is good. Then I was going to run into the bathroom real quick and then take Rusty out, and ran into a guy outside that was taking his dog out, and he and I stood and chatted for like an hour and a half. Real nice guy, Wade. So I went and grabbed my phone. I gave him and his wife a Rusty the Meatball Dog mask and said hi. So we met somebody. So what's your dog's name again?
Samson.
Samson. Hi. And what was your name?
Wade.
Wade. Hi.
Wade Hodges.
This is
yeah.
Wade. I got to meet Wade. We spent a lot of time out here talking tonight here at
Yeah, it's great. Enjoyed
Petro in Johnstown.
Yep.
So Wade, it was nice to meet you.
Same here.
Yeah, super nice guy. His dog Samson, I think, was the name. It wasn't really thrilled with me, but Rusty isn't really thrilled with a lot of people when we meet him outside either. So, you know, can't really blame him. But like I say, we stood out there and talked for like an hour and a half. That was kind of cool. I always like meeting different people out here on the road. That's one plus to being a truck driver. We carry lots of different interesting loads, and we talked about a lot of that. And you get meet a lot of interesting people that you wouldn't normally meet. So that's kind of the fun part. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope that gave you some information. Another good example of how, as an owner-operator, you save money by not having a shop do something like that you can do with just some basic tools. And it takes a little time, and yeah, you get a little sweaty, you get a little dirty, but I paid for the parts, $38 in parts, and you know, I probably saved anywhere from $200 to $500, depending on where you had to go to get that done and what they're going to charge to do that. They're going to do the exact same thing I did, except they're going to charge you money for it. And we like to save that money. Got to keep you in begging strips, right? Yeah. Anyway, the video I plan to do, we'll do tomorrow or the next day, and I will talk about the vacation. Actually, the vacation was very good. Super, super hot in Laughlin, Nevada. I think it was 108 or 110 air plus every day. Anyway, we'll get to that later. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe. Please like and comment if you would like to. I get to your comments. Sometimes takes a few days because I'm a working truck driver. Don't forget about Clutch Trucker on Twitter, Clutch Trucker on Instagram. Haven't done anything in a few days because I was on vacation, but we'll have something soon. And like I keep saying, I'm going to have my debut on TikTok, hopefully within the next few days, something fun on that. What else am I forgetting? Oh yeah, so you need to sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. This man is severely sick and must be gotten to a hospital.
A hospital? What is it?
It's a big building with patients, but that's not important right now. Getting poised in position, and he leaps. A little higher there, Rusty, come on. There, he gets it. He's got the Rusty bounty of the bag and strip. Where is it? Pick it up. Everyone needs to see you enjoying your bag and strip. Give us the happy dog smile. There you go.